All right, guys, so this garage floor was in really bad shape. Now, I don't know how old this is. It's pretty old. There was a center drain there at one point that worked. It doesn't work anymore. The homeowners just wanted a really nice garage floor that's easy to clean, that looks nice, and not this mess right here. Now, there's a lot going on with this. There was other coatings on it. You can see that drain. That's got to be probably 50 years old. There was cracks in here. It looked like there was tar on here. So we're going to repair this thing, and I'll be honest with you, I think you're going to be quite impressed with what this looks like when we're done. What we were able to do to this floor based on, compared to what it looks like right now. Now, the first thing we do whenever we do any type of concrete repair or overlay or coating, we got to grind the floor. We got to get back down to what we call good concrete. That concrete on the surface is soft, it's deteriorating, it's dirty, it's got all kinds of, I don't know, like that black stuff was kind of like a tar, like that was turning to what I call like gum when we were going over it. And then I don't know what else was on the floor. All kinds of other stuff had been spilled on this thing. But you can see as Darren's grinding it, he's really cleaning it up good. But what he's doing, he's also exposing some other damage that was under it, like cracks. There was a lot of spalling on this. It was really porous concrete. And, if your garage floor looks something like this, similar to this, I can show you. You're going to kind of see how we fix it in this video. I can teach you how to do that. I got my garage floor epoxy coating course teaches you how to do this stuff right here. If you need to fix your garage floor yourself, it's either that or you're going to hire somebody like me to do it. And I'll be honest with you, that's going to cost you a lot of money to do it and do it right and make it last. So you can either learn how to do it yourself or hopefully hire somebody that really knows what they're doing and does it right the first time. So we're just fixing some cracks. We're fixing these deep areas, anything that might go all the way down through the concrete. And then we've got another method of kind of repairing all the smaller damaged areas that's actually quite easy. I'm going to show you here in a second, but this is one type of way that we fix cracks right here, is with this special type of repair material. And then we have another repair material I'm using. The owners just want to do away with the drain. It didn't work anyway. There wasn't really a ton of slope to the center. The water didn't really puddle there, so they weren't too worried about that. They just wanted to do away with it. And I said, okay, well, we can, clean out whatever rust is left from that old cast iron drain, and then I'll just patch it over. So here's what we're using. We're using a special epoxy primer. This epoxy does a couple things for us. It's going to, number one, it's going to block moisture that might be coming up from the bottom of the floor up through the sub base. It's going to fill in all the little voids and all the little surface cracks you see. If there's any spalling, it's going to fill all those in and smooth them all out. For the most part, it's going to really help repair all the little stuff, instead of having to individually repair it with like a patching material. So we decided just to go over the whole floor, and it's, like I said, it's going to knock out a couple things for us. It's going to help control moisture, which it's going to be a primer for the coating we're putting down. So there's two things, and it's going to repair all those little issues you see in the concrete right there. So basically it's doing three really good things for us. It really highlights the old concrete too. Almost looks like stained concrete. Looks kind of cool like that, actually. Now we could honestly go right over this with another clear coating of epoxy. It would smooth everything right out. You could leave it like that. We're going to do a flake coating. The flakes are going to really hide just about everything, as you're going to see here shortly. And a flake coating, the flakes add more durability to the coating. They add a little bit of what we call slip resistance to the coating. Not only that, then you can get them in multiple different colors. So they add some. There's a decorative part to it too. So here we are. We're actually putting down a polyaspartic right here, 2-part polyaspartic. We mix it 1 to 1. This is basically just the base coat. Most of the polyaspartic base coats we put down are two colors. They're either gray or they're tan, based on what color flake we're putting down. You can get all kinds of different colors if you want. But polyaspartics go down really thin, or I mean they can go down thick, but they're basically made to go down pretty thin. Like when I say thin, these coatings are measured in mils. This is about a 200 square foot per gallon type coating versus like an epoxy you might put down at 100 square feet a gallon. What I like more about the polyaspartics is they're a little bit more durable. They're a little more flexible than epoxies. A little different chemistry. So we like them better for garage floors. They tend to hold up better in a garage floor. So Luke's just going to get this all rolled out. Something this small, you can pretty much roll out the whole garage before you go back and do the flake. You can see I got the little 4-inch roller. I'm just touching up a few areas. Luke's trying to get it rolled out as quick and as best as he can, and then we'll go back over it. We'll go over it a couple times, and then you see the buckets I got right there on the entryway. I'll use those buckets of flake, and I'll start broadcasting that flake right into the wet polyaspartic. And I'm broadcasting them what I call the rejection. Now my course covers all this stuff. Covers the prep, the repair, what to use, what brand manufacturers we use for coatings, how to broadcast flake. As you can see right there, it doesn't take a genius to be able to broadcast the flake. And then what to do after you broadcast the flake, how soon you can get back on it, what to do for a top coat. It covers all the stuff you kind of see in here if you're looking to do a garage floor. Now I'm just trying to cover up all the gray base coat, and I don't want to really, what I'm looking for myself is I don't want to leave any wet looking areas after I broadcast the flake. So some of that flake, it soaks down into the base coat right now, and I want to broadcast what I call the rejection. So I want to keep broadcasting the flake until all the flake looks like it covers the base coat and it looks dry on the surface. And then I know I got what's called a full broadcast there. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to have excess flake on here, a lot of excess flake that we'll end up recovering. After this base coat dries, we'll recover all the excess flake, put it back in the box, and then we can use it on another floor. So you're not really wasting it. You can see how much nicer the floor is looking already than when we started. We get calls all the time to repair or fix old, like crappy looking garage floors, I don't know, for lack of a better word. A lot of spalling, bunch of cracking, older floors. People just don't know what to do with them. This is basically the way we repair most of them, is like this with these flake coatings. And doing the prep and the repair is really key. That's where a lot of the knowledge base is into doing this right. And then when you broadcast a flake on it like this, it's like all those repairs, they go away, the cracks go away, the spalling goes away, and you're left with what looks like a brand new floor, really, like a showroom type looking floor. And that's what the owners are paying for. They're paying for all that experience, all that knowledge that we have doing these multiple ones of these over all types of different types of garage floors. Now, a newer garage floor with no repair, I mean, those are what we call easy. That's where the gravy is right there. We just grind them, and then we go to town. We can do a coating like this in a day easily from start to finish when there's no repair. Sometimes when there's some repair here, this took us 2 days to do this. So this is the clear top coat. It's polyaspartic too. It's actually the same polyaspartic as the base coat, just with no color in it. That's one of the reasons we like using this brand right here. And I can tell you the brand in the course, so that the link for that is down in the description below. You can also get this epoxy garage floor coating course in the Concrete Underground. So there's two ways if you want to get it. And if you want to learn about a lot of other things to do with concrete, then I would just join the Concrete Underground. The course comes available in the second month of the Concrete Underground. So you got to stay for 2 months. But you learn a lot in there. You get a lot of a lot of experience, a lot of training in concrete. After we put this top coat on, you can see it darkens the flake a little bit, but it really highlights the colors in the flake and how cleaner looking, how much nicer is that floor going to be now versus what it was before for these people, like when they drive in, when they go to sweep it out or whatever, and they go to clean it. I mean, basically just a little leaf blower now and blowing the dirt out the door or the leaves or whatever. Nothing's going to stick to the floor anymore. Even oil won't stick to this, you know. If you do get some type of, you know, coating, or let's say not coating, but oil or gas or, you know, anything spilled on the floor, it will withstand that pretty much no matter what. But you do kind of still want to wipe that stuff up. You know, you don't want to leave something on the floor that's going to just dry on there and kind of leave a mess. Now, salt from the winter, you know, salt isn't going to bother this stuff when it drips down off the car. If it does drip down on the floor, let's say you have a puddle from the snow or ice dripping off the car that has salt in it from the road, and then you let that puddle kind of dry up, well, the minerals that are in the puddle, that are in the water, they usually look like white stuff on the floor. That stuff's going to settle on the floor and just kind of look like a white spot. It will wipe up, but it's going to wipe up a little bit harder if you let it dry versus if you kind of squeegee out the puddle beforehand. But it's not going to damage the concrete anymore. This thing's waterproof. You're sealing up the concrete, so nothing's going to get through this coating and reach the concrete anymore. So let me know what you guys think with the transformation of this garage floor. I mean, this was a couple days worth of work for us. You know, I can go over prices. That's on my website, but it's also in the course. But it's much better than ripping out that floor and redoing it, I can tell you that. Plus, you get the brand new coating on there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one. Is today Tuesday? Like Darren said, tomorrow, if you had to get on it, you could just walk on.